We're proud to welcome Senator Zellner to the state Senate, and we look forward to your contributions and, again, the value that you will bring to our conference, but to the entire body and to the entire state of New York. Congratulations.
Topping the news at 5:30, newly elected State Senator Jeremy Zellner is hitting the ground running. He's joining a piece of legislation that would hold utility companies accountable.
He joins us now live via Zoom from Albany on his, second now day in office. First of all, congratulations in order to you, Mr. Senator.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Dave and Kelsey. Thanks for having me on.
What was it like? Listen, let's kind of walk back earlier this week, Tuesday night, a massive night for you. Then you wasted no time, shipped off to Albany early that morning, getting sworn in. You heard the comments there from Andrea Stewart-Cousins. You're sitting next to Senator April Baskin. Kind of take us through what was that like for you, Jeremy?
Well, first of all, it's truly an honor. It really hasn't sunk in yet totally. My family, my whole extended family and my in-laws from Syracuse joined us yesterday to be there for this moment for my family. And I'm just so incredibly proud, and I'm still kind of, it's really tough to really believe at this point, Dave. And, yesterday I was walking down the hall and somebody was yelling, "Hey, Senator, Senator, Senator," 2 or 3 times. I didn't even turn around because I'm not used to this yet. So, it's been truly an honor, and I'm just so proud to be in Albany representing our community.
Stewart-Cousins had high praise for you. How do you think your relationships with your fellow lawmakers there in Albany will help you in this role, Jeremy?
I've known the leader for a long time, and I've known Senator Gianaris, also our leader in the conference, for a long time. And her words meant a lot to me yesterday. It was truly an honor to have her seat me and swear me in before the meeting. She's a trailblazer herself. Somebody who has just done a great job of leading this conference, balancing upstate and downstate. She has been a tremendous leader who has helped folks like Sean Ryan and April Baskin, and I think she's going to do the same for our 61st district.
If we could talk about some of those local issues in terms of bringing some of that pork back from Albany to places like Buffalo that need it desperately. We've been asking this question, I think, all day, Jeremy, is the city's infrastructure is crumbling before our eyes, another major water main break. What can you do, and what are you hoping to do perhaps in Albany to help bring some of that support financially back to the city of Buffalo? Because we're talking about major ticket items that the city just doesn't have money for.
Well, there's no question, and the mayor is going to need some cooperation from our whole delegation as well. But Dave, as I've talked about, this isn't just about one issue here. Within an hour of being sworn in, I was able to hit the ground and support legislation to help kind of streamline our Public Service Commission and make sure that there's a little more transparency there, because we're seeing outrageous costs for our utilities, but we're also seeing there's no transparency of what some of the CEOs of these companies are making. So we got to work immediately yesterday. I think there were 5 or 6 bills that I supported to help kind of hopefully ease the burden for some of the issues we're having with utility rate hikes. But also I met today with a group called Jericho Road, who does great work with resettling our immigrant community. I kept hearing every day that I was on the campaign that people want to help push back on what's happening at the national level. And today we had our first meeting with Jericho Road. It went really well.
All right, wow. You do have a primary in June. How will that impact the work you have to do there in Albany? Also, fighting to keep the job type thing, Senator.
Yeah, I think it's just my job to do the best that I can right now to deliver for this district and work hard. That's what I am focused on right now. We'll find out what happens with petitions in the upcoming petition process and who files them at that point when we start to get into the political process. But right now, we've got requests for budget items across the board in this district. As I said repeatedly, this Democratic majority is critically important for our region. And this is a really important job. And right now I'm doing a lot of listening and navigating a lot of the folks that have interest in receiving the funds that come from the state in our community, getting constant requests for meetings and making sure that they get what they need out of this budget.
You will have a very different perspective this time around as the state is going through the budgeting process. Of course, the governor laid out her priorities a couple of weeks ago. It is now up to the two houses in Albany to figure out the rest of it. What are some of the priorities, maybe one or two, that you are looking at in the budget as it has been presented, Jeremy?
Well, I want to make sure, obviously, we've got the child care, the free child care for 3 and 4-year-olds coming up. We want to make sure we can try to get that moved as quickly as possible up to Erie County and Western New York and upstate. There's a couple of pilot programs that are happening in upstate, but I really want to expand that. I don't think we can get that done in this year's budget, but I think that's important. And again, there's a couple of issues with ICE that I think we can push forward in this session to make sure that gets signed by the governor. And I've been talking with her and her team about that as well. So I know she was in town today talking about the reduction in crime and ghost guns. You know, she is really trying to keep our community safe, and I'm excited to be a partner with her on that.
State Senator, thank you so much. Jeremy Zellner for joining us.
Thank you both. Appreciate it.
Thanks, Jeremy.